In today's video, join me as two flight simmers, me and a very good friend of mine, get thrown into a Boeing 737. Luckily, it's just a 737-800 sim. There'll be bad takeoffs, bad landings, and everything in between, so join me today for this very special video. First up, and a big thank you to Paul at Skybound Simulations for letting me use his superb 737 sim for a few hours. If you're interested in flying it yourself, it's just a few minutes outside Norwich in the Norfolk countryside. Prices are very reasonable for a sim of this calibre, and I highly recommend it if you're in the area. It's a very laid back experience and great fun. Stick around later in the video to hear a little bit about what it's like to run a flight sim business. Now once we're in the sim, it was time for me and my friend Joe to start up this Boeing 737. Initially, I was absolutely hopeless. Most of my recent simming has been in Airbus planes, so it was a bit foggy, but Joe is much more clued up on the 737, so I was glad he was sat next to me for the startup, which is probably the most interactive part of the sim. I should also disclose, of course, that me and Joe have no 737 experience. We're only private pilots, so yes, we're going to get things wrong. After a practice circuit at San Diego, we're now loading up for the first sector of the day, a short hop from Amsterdam Schiphol Airport to London Heathrow.
You see, quite a lot of runway there. Positive rates, gear up please. Gear up.
Quite slow.
My first takeoff was pretty abysmal. I'm sure noise complaints would have been in full force from the residents of Amsterdam. Before long we were climbing up to our cruise altitude that wasn't very high at all. I think it was 24,000 feet for the first portion of the flight. Before descending down into Heathrow, I wanted to know what it's like running your own flight sim business, so I caught up from Paul from Skybound Simulations to find out. So I'm here with Paul from Skybound Simulations, and first off, tell me a little bit about what you've got to your left. What is this? What are we looking at?
Yeah, so it's a full-size replica of the 737-800.
Yeah.
And one-to-one size, realistic controls, force feedback, so same immersion you get on the real aircraft. Anything from entertainment through to pilots coming in just to refresh. And yeah, it's just a little gem we have.
Yeah. Really. So how did you get into this? How did you end up with a full 737 sim?
Always been involved in aviation, always loved aviation. You know. The main incentive was my son.
Yeah.
He's 14, said, "Dad, you used to fly, I want to fly as well, I'd love to become a pilot." So that was a good excuse to get a simulator.
Good excuse to wife. And who do you see the most that walks through here? Is it sort of AvGeeks?
You know, I
Christmas
thought,
present, or is it?
Yeah, I thought originally it was going to be AvGeeks.
Yeah.
You know, straight away AvGeeks going to be in here, left, right, and centre, and it's actually pretty balanced. I mean, the youngest we do is 8. The oldest we had was a gentleman who had his 90th birthday with us. So we get a mix. We get obviously some airline pilots in. And then just people who've never flown, who just want to give it a go, you know.
And tell me a little bit about the tech inside the sim. What software is it running off?
Oh, lots of tech. So we run a system called Prepare 3D, version 5. So the avionics system is all from a system called ProSim AR. So they're the market leaders in avionics. So we've got 4 massive computers, really expensive graphic cards, top of the range memory, you know, absolutely massive systems. So one runs the simulator, one runs the avionics, the second one runs the avionics, one runs the sound system.
But what would you say to people that want to, you know, build their own flight sim setups at home, going off their own PC? Have you got any tips from someone that's done an amazingly professional job?
It takes time.
Yeah.
You know, people will tell you it takes time. What we learn is step back a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, there's a great, if you're looking for the 737-800, there's a great guy called Marcus Pilot, and on there's all of the dimensions for the cockpit, so we followed that.
I guess to wrap up, if anyone's local, if you're in the Norfolk area, what's the best way to go about booking some time in your sim?
Yeah, so just jump onto our website.
Yeah.
You can basically go on there and purchase your experience, book it in, we'll see you in the sim, and off we go.
I hope you found that as interesting as I did. Paul has very clearly poured a huge amount of time and effort into the sim, and it really shows. It runs on 4 very expensive computers using P3D with a commercial 737 license. And while it's not Microsoft Flight Simulator, there are plenty of add-ons that make this slightly older sim look fantastic. After about 20 minutes of cruising and a bit of messing around with TCAS, it was time to descend down to the UK's busiest airport.
Glide slow. Too low, flaps. 200. Glide slow.
You do have the flaps out.
Too low, flaps. Glide slow. Minimums. Too low, flaps. Glide slow. Too low, flaps. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, very nice. Speed brake deploys.
Oh, I got clapped.
Pretty much on this as well.
Yeah, that's all right.
Touching down into Heathrow after our short flight for one of my first landings in the 737 sim, I wasn't too dissatisfied. It was okay. I think everyone would have survived. But now it's time to swap seats and give Joe command for the return to Amsterdam.
There's one right. Cool, landing checklist complete. Flap 10, please.
Flap 10 set. Flap screen.
Cabin crew, prepare for landing, thank you. This is me. Stable. Whisper altitude set.
300. Approaching minimums. 200. Minimums.
Continue.
One 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Full sims like this really do trick your brain. By the second proper sector, after hours of actually flying, we were definitely feeling it. After Joe's very smooth landing into Amsterdam, we wrapped things up with a quick landing attempt into London Stansted. Definitely my best landing of the day. It was smooth enough that I don't think Ryanair would hire me. So what happens when you throw 2 flight simmers into a 737 sim? Well, they don't crash it, just about. But I'm sure we broke numerous company SOPs. That being said, it was great fun and unforgettable experience. and the hours quite literally flew by. A big thank you to Skybound Simulations for having us. If you're in the Norfolk area, I'd really recommend checking out their website. The experiences here are very well priced, and you basically get to command your own airliner. On that note, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed something a little bit different. If you did, do be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
30, 20, approaching minimums. 10,